Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Wednesday workout. Let's begin today with 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio. And then I want you to grab a small band for the warm-up. We're gonna start the warm-up with some wall-facing squats. So on the wall-facing squats, the goal is a little bit of thoracic mobility and reminding ourselves to keep our torso upright as we go all the way down in the squat. What I don't want you to do is get like so tight to the wall that there's no way to do it without hyperextending your back, all right? So think we're still trying to maintain good spinal position, but we're using the wall as a blocking device to keep our arms, or to open up our thoracic spine. So I'm about a foot away from the wall, keeping my hands going all the way down, try to keep those arms straight over the top of my head, all the way down, all the way up. And if you feel like I can challenge myself and move a little bit closer, right now I'm at about 8 inches, and this is about as far as I can go to the wall without either tipping over backwards or hyperextending my back, okay? Next one, we'll get band star pattern. So grab that band, elbows straight, shoulder width grip. I'm gonna squeeze until I get to my chest flat, and then one hand up, one hand down, diagonal this way, diagonal this way. And that's 1 rep. We're gonna do that sequence 8 times. So flat, diagonal, diagonal, all right? Next one is lying leg raise or strict toes to bar. That's kind of our warm-up coach's challenge. But think slow, controlled movement. Pull my torso off the ground until it's just my shoulders touching the ground, and then reach my legs as far away from the rig as possible, like that. And if you want to try a strict toes to bar, those are challenging and very fun too. Next one, scorpion stretch. So arms out like a T, rotating around to try to reach that foot to the opposite hand, all right? After you finish that, we're gonna do box jump and back squat warm-ups. We are doing sets of 4. There are lots of extra sets written into SugarWOD that have warm-up weights on them. So your real lifting, the heavy lifting doesn't start until set number 4. So there's a different sequence of supersets in the warm-up than there is in the strength training portion of it, right? So, but any way you do it, back squat. So I've got my bar on my traps behind my neck, good tight upper body position, big step back, hips back and down, hit those 4 reps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then walk it back in, right? So again, on the first 3 sets, the percentages are lighter. There's still our warm-ups. There's 2 exercises we wanna do. The first one is a somewhere around 10 to 15 second Copenhagen plank. So that is a side plank, right? So we are getting the side plank in, but we're also getting this adductor on the top leg. So I've got the bench, my top leg is on the bench, my bottom leg is just underneath, right? And if you wanna hold it up like knee bent, leg straight, either way is fine, but try to hold that side position, squeezing into that straight alignment position with that top leg adductor. And then the next one will be our side lying hip circuit. So I'm laying on my side, I'm doing 5 exercises from this side lying position. It's leg raise is 1, forward circles is 2, backward circles is 3, big leg swing is 4, bicycle pedal is 5, right? So we're gonna get 8 reps of each of those 5 exercises for a total of 40 reps, and your butt should be burning by the time we get to the end of it. So that is our sequence for the first 3 sets. Again, that's the warm-ups. When you get to the 4th set, that's when we're at approximately our threshold lift, so 85, 86, 87% for those sets of 4. And on those sets of 4, we're gonna do 4 reps of a box jump, right? So what you jump on, the height of what you jump on doesn't matter that much. What we'd like to see is you just jump as hard as you can into the ground. So even though the bench is at like 16 feet, I would still like to really jump and try to project myself up as high as I can rather than just barely trying to get up on top of it, right? So the goal is maximum amount of muscle activation when we do those jumps. So try to project yourself away from the ground as much as you can. So don't worry about the height, just grab any old box that you can jump on and just think jump hard for 4 reps and then go back to your back squats. All right, when you're finished with all your squats and jumps, we have a sprint workout to finish it, and you get to choose. Do you want to do sled sprints or do you want to do bike sprints? Your choice, and there is no good choice, right? Both of them are going to be tough. For the sleds, it is just 3 reps of the sleds, but I want it to be heavy and I want it to be fast, all right? So it is heavy as you can get while still maintaining really high foot speed and literally sprinting across the parking lot. So no stopping in the middle, no getting tired. This should all feel really fresh. When we do sprints, you should not be out of breath when you start, right? Otherwise the quality degrades. Same thing on the bike sprint. So 3 15-second bike intervals, and you should be resting like 3, 4, 5 minutes in between each rep in order to get the maximum amount of quality and calories out of each of those things. All right, so you choose whether you want to do sleds or whether you want to do bike sprints. I'm not intending to block off the parking lot for this one because we won't be outside for that long. We can just go right down the middle, and you won't have to worry about sharing sleds because you're only going to need the sled for like 9 or 10 seconds, and then it'll be completely free for like 3 or 4 minutes. All right, that's it for today. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Thursday.